At this point in the resource, we've thought about what we really want our students to take from their engagement in the arts learning area and into their everyday and future lives. We are likely to have talked about the arts having an essence and established that what we mean by this is thinking, working and processing like an artist to be an artist and think like an artist, art critic and art historian, rather than just doing the arts. In essence, the arts enable us to make deeper conceptual meaning of the world, to imagine, invent and make artworks that evoke and express feelings and ideas that build the identity and capacity of the individual and the community. The arts are powerfully activated when we draw upon the two strands of making and responding in an interconnected way. The bringing it to life, or BitL tool, helps us to see how this might look in practice. The first layer of the BitL tool for the arts poses 4 overarching questions that illustrate what it means to think, work and process like an artist, art critic and art historian. The 4 overarching questions remain the same across F to 10. These 4 overarching questions strongly reflect the examples of the viewpoints and questions table on page 8 and 9 of the Australian Curriculum for the Arts and the Exploring Practice in the Arts diagram on page 6 of the Arts Shaping paper. They give us a framework through which the artworks students make and respond to can be explored and interpreted. These questions form a logical order of inquiry used by artists, art critics and art historians. The first overarching question is, what is the context? In other words, the society, culture and history of the artist, the place where the artwork was made and that of each person who experiences the artwork. The second overarching question is, how is it structured and styled and why? This is the aesthetic dimension of the artwork, including the skills, elements, techniques and processes by which artists create, perform and present art, and why they choose particular ones to communicate their unique story. We want our students to do this too. The third question is, what perspectives does it show and represent? Each person experiences the same artwork differently because of the unique experiences and perspectives they bring. We want our students to explore and question artworks through many perspectives in an age-appropriate way. The fourth question is, how effective is it? Artists judge whether their artwork and those of others make people think and feel, and whether their stories they tell are unique in some way. This guides them towards a more effective result as they make their own artwork. And we want our students to do this too. We can click on any of these questions to reveal the second layer of the BitL tool. The second layer of the tool provides an elaboration of what these 4 overarching BitL questions mean at each 2-yearly band. When we click on Dig Deeper, a third layer of the tool is revealed. This layer has 2 large white boxes. The first large white box on the left-hand side gives us a set of pedagogical questions that are inclusive of all 5 art subjects to help design integrated arts learning. Making questions in blue and responding questions in brown shows us how they interconnect. These questions are deliberately designed as the types of questions the teacher might directly ask students to get them thinking like artists and being artists. They also guide the teachers thinking about the opportunities and experiences they design for students to think and work like artists in or across any art form. The pedagogical questions tease out the 4 overarching arts questions and show that when the 2 strands, making and responding, are intentionally woven together, the students are being artists and thinking like artists. The second big white box in this third layer provides 6 examples of rich arts activities for students in this 2-yearly band. While the examples can be used as they are, they have been designed for teachers to use as models to support the design of their own rich arts tasks. The first example is an integrated arts example, which combines more than one of those art subjects. The 5 examples that follow are individual arts subject examples. Each example links to the relevant content descriptions and achievement standards, revealing the 4th layer of the BitL. The bolded text shows the aspects of the achievement standard that are drawn upon when the students do the activity in a rich way. The questions in layers 2 and 3 are not meant to be an exhaustive or prescriptive list, and teachers are encouraged to develop their own questions. Each example also includes broader inquiry questions that are relevant to that example. The 6 learning through the arts examples in the year 9 to 10 band each combine one or more art subjects with another Australian curriculum learning area. Each example shows how learning through the arts can enrich the learning in both learning areas by combining them, because they show how learning areas are interconnected and empower students to make deeper meaning of their learning in any learning area. They also enable students to demonstrate their learning through a range of art forms. In the fourth layer, links are made to the content descriptions and achievement standards for this learning area alongside those of the arts. These examples are models for teachers to support their own design of rich learning through the arts activities for their students in any band. Each of the 30 arts BitL examples was designed to draw deeply upon the general capabilities and cross-curriculum priorities, including the Aboriginal histories and cultures cross-curriculum priority. The examples were also designed to meet all content descriptions and all aspects of the achievement standards of each art subject in each 2-yearly band.